Hi everyone. This is our goal for in this video. So we can move the ball left to right in the last video, and today we are gonna check whether the ball touched the border. So if the ball touched the border, it bounced to the opposite direction. So this is the result of the last video. We can make the ball and we can move the ball left to right. But the thing is, the ball goes through the border. So we have to check whether the ball touched the border, right? And for this, we have to remember the ball direction, right? So we have to make one more variable which can store the ball's direction. Let's say if the variable is +1, the ball will go to the right. Or if the ball's direction variable is -1, the ball will go to the left. Okay, so this is the code that we have made in the last video. So we have to declare two variables to store the x and y position of the ball. And for today, we are going to make one more or two more variables. Let's see, this 50 is ball's diameter, but this is just 13 lines of code, right? So this is too short. You can remember the ball size, but it goes big. Let's say if the problem is 500 or 5,000 or 50,000, it's impossible to remember all these constant numbers. So it's better to make a variable to store these values. So let's say I'm gonna make one more variable, int diam. So this variable will store the ball's diameter. Right? After declare one variable, you need to initialize. So you have to remember the first thing is declare the variable. The second thing is initialize the variable in a set of function. So diameter will be 50 is too big, 30. Let's see, it's 2. Then you need to change this value with a variable. So diameter. So that's the sequence. So the first thing is declare the variable and initialize the variable in a set of function and use that. Okay, let's see. So we have to remember the ball's direction. If the ball, whether it goes to the right or it goes to the left. So we need to declare one more variable to store the ball's direction. And let's see, int direction. But as you can see, the ball has two dimensions, right? X and Y. So it's better to make X direction variable, right? So this variable will store the X direction. Later, we are going to make one more variable, kind of Y direction too. So we have declared the variable and we need to initialize the variables +1, right? So if this variable is +1, then the ball will go to the right. So +1 or just 1 is same. So I want to use plus symbol to make sure. Then what is this statement for? So this statement tell us the ball is going to the right because it increments +1. So we need to change this number 1 with X direction, right? It's almost done. So let's run this code. So the ball's diameter is 30 and it goes to the right, right? And at this time, we need to check whether the ball touched the border or not. Let's see. So this is ball movement, right? And we need to check, let's say, if the ball touches the right border, change the direction, right? You have to do this, right? But this is just English. You have to translate these two lines of statement into processing statement, right? For this, you need to run what the if statement. So let's go to the processing org and go to the documentation and reference. So we need to run the if statement. So let's go down and we have if. So what is this for? Allows the program to make a decision about which code to execute. So which code to execute. So if the condition is true, something happened, right? So let's click the if statement. So if you have enough time to read this description, so I'll go to the example or syntax, right? This is the form of if statement. You have to remember. So if you want to use if statement, you have to write if parenthesis some kind of test condition and curly bracket statement and closing curly bracket. Let's see. So this statement says if this test condition is true, satisfied, this statement will be run. Okay, so we are gonna do the if statement here. So let's use if. So this should be condition, right? And opening curly bracket, enter, closing curly bracket. So between the opening and closing bracket, this region is called if body. So you have to write some kind of statement. So change the direction, right? So what is the condition? What is the condition? Let's run this program once again, our goal. So the ball goes to the right. The ball goes to the right, right? And if the ball touches the right border, we need to change the direction. How to check these things? So you have known the ball's center position, right? And you need to know the x points of this right border. So let's do these things. What is the x position? The ball's x position is x, right? If x is greater than the camera size is 600, right? So is larger than 600. That's it. So if the ball's position is larger than 600, 600 means right border, right? Then change the direction. How to change it? X direction, this variable contains the direction, right? Assignment minus. So from now on, after this if statement, the x direction, this variable will has -1 and it will go to this statement. So after this statement, this x direction variable will have -1, which means the ball will go to the left. Does it make sense? I'm gonna delete this comment here and I'm gonna do run once again. So the ball is going to the right, and let's say the ball it touched the right border. But the thing is, it's weird. So to make sure, I'm gonna draw the ball bigger. At this point, this is x, right? So the ball goes through half, and then it can check. So we wanna check right here. So if the ball touch here, then you need to go to the left. So how to do it? This is x, right? What is this length? Is diameter divided by 2. It's radius, right? So you need to change the code. So here we are going to compare the x and 600, but we have to remember we have to compare x plus diameter divided by 2. This will be radius, right? And let's look at once again. The ball go to the right, and look at carefully. If the ball touches right border, it'll go to the left, right? So, and let's see what happened. What will happen in the left border? If the ball touches the left border, it goes through because we didn't do any job for the left border. So we can add on one more statement. If condition opening bracket and closing bracket, right? Also, we have to compare x is less than 0. Then we need to change x direction into +1, right? And also we have to minus diameter 2. It's same to this one, but it should be minus. The ball is going to the right. It's too slow. I don't want to do this. So let's change these things into 4. And this should be 4. This should be 4. Then the ball will go faster. See? Right time, left border, right border, right? So yeah, we did it. But actually, if you want to change the speed, you need to change this value, right? Or add this thing, this thing. That's not what I want. So if you need to change this one, you have to change this one. Oh no, I don't do that. So then we need to change this one. X direction equal assignment x direction times -1. So if you multiply -1 to the some values, it will change the sign, right? So +1 plus 4 will be -4. -4 will be +4. So I'm gonna change this one to x direction equal x direction times -1, right? And let's run it. What happened? What's the matter? Oh, I got it. So we are comparing x minus diameter divided 2 with 0, right? But the thing is, x was initialized number 0. So it already collide to the left border right after the program begins. So you need to change these values at the center. It'll be better. So touch the right border, touch the left border, touch the right border, touch the left border. So let's make it the code clean. So we don't need this, and we don't need this too. What I have to do once again? So let's do it something. If you want to change the ball color, how to do that? So this is ball drawing, right? So before drawing the ball, we can change the field. Sharp 000000. Or so you are using 6 digits, right? So this is red, this is green, this is blue. So if you change this thing FF0000, that's the red. Let's do it. So the ball is red, right? Let's do it for fun. So if the ball touch the right side, it will change, the ball's color will change kind of yellow. And if the ball touch the left border, the ball's color will be changed into red. Let's do it. So this is right border, right? If the ball touch right, we are gonna change yellow. This is yellow. And if the ball touches the left side, fill sharp FF0000. This is red. And we need to change this thing. Delete. So originally the ball is white, right? Touch, if this is right, it'll go to the red, yellow. If you touch the left, it'll go to the red. So that's it for today. So in next video, we are gonna change this code to make the ball move in two-dimensionally. Okay, see you.